Yo, it's a Stupidly Small Podcast, Friday 11th of the 9th, September 11th, 2015. Hello, Lauren Clark.
2015. That's good. Hello, Stuart Farrell. How are you?
Oh, okay, gotcha. Thank you. I'm well. We're good. Relaxed after...
Well, it's kind of a bit springy again, maybe, if you squint, hopefully.
Well, I'll tell you one thing it is this time of the morning.
What?
Bright.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, that's started happening.
Yeah. The time shift, well, not time shift, weather shift is happening.
Yeah.
And it'll be dark again in 3 weeks' time when we move our clocks back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, for daylight saving, which we get 6 months of barbecues and could work out what I'm going to do with my life, I think. You know, I'm at the crossroads.
Good. Crossroads are good, babe.
Crossroads are bad.
No, they're good because they feel bad, but they're always good.
It's supposed
they
to be
always
the crossroad
work out.
in the 20s. I think I need a career change.
That's wrong. That's a misconception.
You think a misconception? Well, it's certainly an exy-cree-cree. We're going with cree-cree here.
No, we're not.
Yes.
Why?
Gumbo?
Anyway, no, I think you should have you should have crossroads. If you don't have crossroads your whole life, decisions.
No, you know what? I've spoken to you about this, Lauren.
Yeah, but you wouldn't want a boring life where you started off as a blah blah and you stayed being that thing until the day you died and never.
Sometimes the
you
idea
would?
of security appeals.
I know, but that's the thing. To me too. I agree.
And it becomes more and more appealing the older you get, and the fact you realise that the end is near.
Oh, the end is not near. How
Well, it's
old
nigh,
are you?
hey?
40-something, for God's
Just
sake.
turned
You're going to
42.
live to be 407 at this rate.
Oh. But so I think I need yet another career change.
All right, what can we do? So I started you a LinkedIn page. What can I...
7 days a week doesn't work for me. Let's lay it out on the table.
Oh, no, it can't be 7 days a week. That's insane.
So I think
you're insane doing
burnt
that.
out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, you can't do 7 days a week. What do you want to do?
I don't know.
No, what do you want to do?
Oh, no, I'd happily do the podcast. That's fun.
Yeah, let's figure out a way of making that financially viable in some small way.
I don't know, it's something to mull over. It's a Friday morning.
If anybody has a job, they think Stuart Thorne, that's the other Stuart.
He's a TV star.
Stuart Thorne?
Well, isn't Thorne...
Stuart Thorne is Stiggy, our...
Yeah, I also
what
thought
is he called? Production...
He's just production.
But yeah. He runs the podcast.
Runs the podcast. He pushes us in here, hits us a couple of times and says,
very
I want
bossy.
something.
I know.
Type you monkeys.
He is Mr. Type You Monkeys. He's terrifying. We're both really scared of him. Anyway, I accidentally said him, but I meant you. If anybody has a job for Stuart Farrell...
Oh, no. We're not advertising.
No. Not a job that they think that they can offer. But if anyone goes, you know what he'd be really good at?
Yeah, you know what we're going to get? People will go, oh, no, you can be the grumpy old man sitting outside the milk bar and all this. It's not who I am. The podcast Stuart is not the real Stuart.
Okay, well...
I don't know who the other one is.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. Shed some light. Anyway, look, the thing is, I've been having these conversations with a few people lately who are like poised at one point and want to do something totally different with their lives. And you know what you could do?
Study.
Yeah.
But you know what the best thing for a 42-year-old student is?
What?
You can go into a job that a teenager should be doing, or, in someone in their 20s, and go, but I'm studying, so I'm doing this at the moment so I can...
That's not a good enough reason to study, Stu Farrell.
That's the only reason I can see to study at the moment. Then I can justify the next crappy job
If you
I'm
were like,
take.
you know what I really want to do? I want to do X, Y, Z, and you qualified to do that thing...
I'm not qualified to do anything.
No, that's what I am saying. And you qualified, you went to uni or you went to whatever and you trained yourself up.
Yes.
In a year or two, you'd be able to be that thing.
I'll be on the TV as like the world's oldest apprentice.
No, that is completely ridiculous. Have you ever been to a university or
end of the news? No. And this year's student, 2017, the class is 2017. We're all throwing our hats up. And, of course, there's Grandpa over there in the corner. Good news story. Good on you, Grandpa.
Once again, you're letting what you think other people might think of you get in the way of your dreams. And also,
where were
P.S.,
you when I was 17?
How solipsistic are you that you think you're going to be on the news for how old you are when you decide to... You're an idiot. And I say that with all the love in the world. You should do whatever...
Nice way to
this is
justify
the
it.
thing. You should do, if you have a thought that there's something that actually, makes you want to do that's like fun, or not even fun, like constructive or useful or whatever.
Useful and constructive are good words.
Then you need to put aside all your other, just self-consciousness and try and figure out a way to do it. And not constantly come at yourself as your own worst critic. Oh. Because so many people who are just about to have a change in their lives are like confused and terrified. And then when you see them in 2 years' time, they're like, yeah, I did that thing. I made that, I did that course. So now I'm a blah, blah, blah.
Terrified to you?
No, you're not nearly enough, because you need to actually make the decision to do it.
Well,
and then once you make that decision, you'll be packing your DAX, as we used to say in primary school.
Yeah, packing DAX. Well, I wish yes. Well, if I knew what it is, I wanted. This is the thing. You need passion.
Well, see, I'm with you. I think if you and I could somehow turn this stupidly big media empire into a conglomerate that is financially, what's the word?
Viable?
No, dominant. Then that would be the dream. But the fact is, in order to do that, you actually need
you got to earn a buck.
time. No, but to plan it. You know what I mean? We need to actually be able to sit down outside of the 15 minutes we do the podcast.
Yeah, true.
To plan it and think about it and finance it and so on.
Should we start the podcast anyway?
You reckon?
Are we on?
Yeah.
We've just had our first meeting in a month. Yes.
What do you think? So your requirements were, and this is what I did in first year uni. I had requirements like can't be 7 days a week.
Right.
But that wasn't for uni. But mine for uni were can't have a lecture that starts before 10 a.m. And can't have exams. And then beyond that, I have to be interested in it. But do you have any of those? So you're not allowed. It's not allowed to be 7 days a week.
No.
Is it not allowed to be? And this is just me spitballing to use an American expression, I'm sure. Is it allowed to be in a place where there's a radio that's played all the time and you don't get to decide who? Because I would say that's a no for me.
That'd be no.
If you got offered a job for $2 million a year and it was at Triple M and they were playing the radio through the walls all the time,
I'd do that.
Would you?
You could buy me. You could buy my brain.
So, right, 200. What did I say?
2 million. I could listen to Triple M for $2 million.
Could you?
Yeah.
You're a strong man.
Well, sometimes you just got to take a bullet, don't you?
Okay. Any others?
No, that's
it.
Not 7 days a week and pays $2 million.
Oh, good. Okay, I'll put that on your LinkedIn profile. Yeah. I'll do that. Okay.
Stupid.
Oh, thank God. I thought you were going to do the other one.
So, Stuart.
Yo.
It's for feedback for Friday.
See, you just lost so many points.
I did. No, that was good. You thought you'd got away with it.
It's just, you go from a 10 to a 4 when you do that.
Hey, Emily, thanks for emailing us. Emily.
We're doing feedback.
Is suggesting that we did discuss doing a live podcast.
We're going to, aren't we? The soup kitchen thing.
Wasn't it called?
It's Idiot Soup.
It's called something like that. Now we've completely forgotten what it was called. She's suggesting we call it Stupidly Soup.
Lunatic Soup.
Do you know what Lunatic Soup? That's what it was supposed to be called. So she says, yes, a live podcast. It's all the rage in time shift radio. Eventually you can do an arena spectacular, but starting off small with soup is a beautiful idea. Also, wouldn't it be called Stupidly Soup? A few things. One, can we do a Q&A thing where we write down questions for you guys to answer in your typically awesome tangent-strewn way? I don't know what you're talking about. I think we're very systematic on this show,
we did that for our launch that we had in November, remember?
Oh, yes, that's right.
People did ask questions from the audience.
They did.
That was our last live to air.
I know it was. We should really get organised to do another one. But speaking of organised, I do rather like the just the undertone of this one here. Point 2, maybe this can tie in with the launch of your T-shirts that Stu was definitely 100% going to organise about 10 years ago. Emily, I'm enjoying your style and your approach to life.
Pants. How about, Emily, if you knew the troubles I have
the
trying
troubles.
to get artwork.
The troubles.
I have.
You know
I
that we've had
spoke
we've had artwork since 2 days after you announced on air that we were
can
going
I
to
have
do
it? Because
that.
you know why? I'll have the T-shirts for you in 2 weeks, Emily. You know why? Because I spoke to the T-shirt people last weekend when I was in Queensland.
Oh, he spoke to them in one of the pubs, Emily. In one of the pubs.
Well,
3.
that's where business gets done.
Her only issue with a podcast is it's not long enough. And usually I haven't finished getting ready for work, so I have to put on another far inferior podcast to get me through the mornings. Well, that's lovely, and also what a terrible state of affairs.
We have to stretch it more.
We do have to stretch it, but sometimes it's a bit difficult for just
Last
logistically.
we haven't explained it. The last 2 or 3 weeks we've been very stretched for time, so it hasn't been the usual 3-parters.
No.
We've been doing the doubles.
Yeah, nobody cares.
No, but people just say, "Oh, why is it longer?" So, well,
Really? Is that what you say?
yeah. Lauren, we're going to go. It's
We
Friday.
do. It is Friday.
Thank God it's
Have
Friday.
an incredible Friday and an incredible weekend. And Stuart Farrell.
Oh, and I think we'll have a we'll have a sponsor for Monday, I think, too.
Oh,
I better
really?
get back to you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. No, that's pretty
I
funny.
got a text when I was away as well about that.
It's pretty funny that we're being promised something. Everybody remember that. Okay, stupidlybig.com is where you can find us. We're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're stupidly big on both of them, even though we're called Stupidly Small, the podcast. And if you want to leave a voicemail, you can do that on the website. You can also give us a review or a rating on iTunes, which makes a big difference to us. And it's also just lovely because we get to hear from you. So, Stuart Farrell, have a good one.
Thank you.
See you Monday with all your promises
All right.
in a little bag. Okay, bye-bye.